right. This is the bracket, guys. This is the bracket. Brazil and Belgium, Italy, Israel, Netherlands, Hungary, Saudi Arabia, France, USA, Dominican Republic, Ukraine, Portugal, Canada, Finland, Venezuela, Japan, South Korea, India, Sweden, England, Spain, Argentina, Morocco, Turkey, Egypt, Peru, Greece, Mexico, Poland, Colombia, and Romania, Germany. That is the bracket, guys. So we have from Team Mexico, we have Sergio Ramos, Arden Toas, Bebfos, and Pompeo. This is a stacked roster for sure. Team Mexico is going to do well, I'd say. So I don't actually know much about any of these players. Not a diss to anyone, but yeah, I guess I'll just try and give you like some insight on each team. Okay, we have Team Brazil here. We have Lucas, Pedro Wallace, and Samuel. This is one team that I think is just stacked. I think Team Brazil is going to go a long way for sure. Team Portugal, we have Vitor, Agony King, Felipe, and Jibas. Everyone's saying laugh faces because Jibas is actually a coach, but he's not a bad player either. Maybe we'll see him. Okay, we have Team Argentina. This is a solid squad. We have Team Argentina, Ali Franco. This is actually one of the people I ended up playing against in the 2019 World Cyber Games. I think he got 4th place. So shout out to Franco. I've met him. He's a really good guy. Team USA, we have Ian, Air Surfer, Droy, and Juicy J. We continue. South Korea, we have Sandbox, Coco, Clown, and Polaris. Okay, so here we have Germany, Morton, XOPCM, Dominic, and Faust. This is a solid squad. This is another team that I think, I mean, they're all really good players and they have a lot of experience. I think they can go a long way, especially in a team format. Team Canada, we have Riley, Sweet Baton, and Wawa. This is a solid team. I think Team Canada and Team USA are very similar, actually. Okay, Team Japan, we have Ta, Griko, Kitayasyan, and we have Colin. Not sure about Colin, but Team Japan, this is very solid. Interesting, there's no Mugi, though. Very weird. Team Egypt is actually kind of more stacked than I thought he would be, or thought they would be. I didn't realize how many really good players are from Egypt, but we have, yeah, we have Muhammad, of course, and we have Capgun and Saudi, which are very strong players, very strong competitive players, and Mr. Awesome, which I do recognize that name, so probably pretty good as well. Okay, we Team Netherlands. Surgical Goblin, Sight, Bob the Rock, and Mar. That is a very strong team for Team Netherlands. I like that team a lot. I recognize all those names. Very good competitive players. Titan for Team Poland. Dominican Republic, we have Adriel at the head here. Very strong player. Asaf, another big component of Team Israel. Not really recognizing the other players. I mean, once again, not recognizing the players for me, maybe an indication that the team isn't very strong just because I do commentate all the big tournaments. But who knows, man? They could be like some good dark horse, or who knows, man? They might have just different names. There's all these different like names and stuff as well that go on. On Sweden, we have Kangdown. That guy stream snipe me all the time. That is the rundown. That is the rundown on the all the teams, all 32 teams playing in JYNXZI's Clash Royale World Cup. The format, in case you guys are wondering, the format is going to be like basically a best of 3 of best of 1s. So it's 3 players and it's a best of 1 between each player, and then whoever wins 2 of the 3 matches wins the thing. Knowing this information, who do you guys think is going to win the tournament? Drop in the chat. Who's your favorite? First game of JYNXZI's Clash Royale World Cup starts now! Let's do this. We have Brazil versus Belgium. Wallace from Team Brazil. Trainer Simon from Team Belgium here. Trainer Simon coming in with a very volatile deck to start us off. Can I zoom this? Or is this kind of bad? This is kind of bad. I'll probably keep it unzoomed. Very interesting. Very interesting. And the Elixir Golem deck is just crazy. Yeah, Wallace is prepared for it. Wallace is one of the best graveyard players in the world, too. Like, literally. So, I think there's probably a 2% chance that Wallace loses this. In fact, I think he already won. What is happening? What is happening? Who is this guy? Elixir Golem, Evil Archer's first game of the $10,000 World Cup. What is happening? What is going on? Over how many days is the tourney? Like first round today only? Yes, first day today only. And then tomorrow, guys, we're going to be doing like everything else. So first round today, and then the whole rest of the tournament is tomorrow. It'll be same time tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern. Any rules of choosing decks? I don't believe so, no. I don't think there's any rules for choosing decks, which is kind of insane. I think a lot of players was hoping for like some sort of a ban system where you ban one card per best of 3, which would be cool. I think that works pretty well for teams formatting, since it's kind of harder to do duels since they're all best of 1s. It'd be interesting if we did duels though. Like imagine doing a duel. Imagine doing that. That's a cool idea for a team event. Imagine this exact thing where it's like a best of 3 between 3 different players, but it's also duels, except instead of for each player, it's just like, I don't know, like if your first teammate plays arrows in game 1, no other teammate can play arrows, for example. I mean, just to keep this simple. Will you be streaming tomorrow? I know you don't stream on Sundays. I know I never stream on Sundays, guys, but I ended up streaming last Sunday for JYNXZI's previous tournament, and I will be streaming again this Sunday to not only cast but also play for Team USA in this in JYNXZI's World Cup here, guys. So I will be playing and I will be commenting tomorrow. I'm gonna JYNXZI, bro. You're the go. Yo, thank you so much, dude. If JYNXZI wants to invite me to commentate, I will be there. If not, the plans to watch party. If you think you're outmatched, choosing a deck that just auto wins some matchups like Eagle does make some sense. Yeah, I mean, I understand the perspective there if you are outmatched as a player, but I don't know. Even if you are trying to do that, I think it's better to do it with something like Giant Graveyard or I don't know, maybe even like Giant Sparky, which is decent in the meta right now. I think that Elixir Golem is just not gonna be the play here. But maybe he's an Elixir Golem one trick, I don't know. Second match of the bracket, Brazil versus Belgium, game number 2. If Samuel wins this game for Team Brazil, the best of 3 will be over, guys. The team best of 3 will be over. Just FYI, just so you know. So Polar Bear, a lot of weight on his shoulder here, going against one of the most talented players in Clash Royale history as well. Samuel got number 3 at the World Finals in 2022? 2022 or 23, bro. I don't know. The years are mixing together, bro. Time flies. All right. Let's catch up with chat here. Chat, who do you think's winning this game? Samuel or Polar Bear? Well, is this Team Brazil? Yes, indeed. Yo, GH, thank you for the Prime new sub. Enjoy the ad reviewing and all the other sub perks. Yo, guys, if you're watching on TikTok, spam that like button. Then Harmy, join the team. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome in. This is the JYNXZI $10,000 Clash Royale World Cup. We have a drill mirror matchup here. Polar Bear with honestly a decent matchup here. He's kind of oh, never mind. Really perfect snowball timing. Berserker doesn't get any damage. I feel like Polar Bear actually has a decent matchup here. Executioner is very good versus the Gobstein. He has the Evo Snowball as well. He has the Poison. Samuel Bosoto doesn't have a big spell. And the Boss Man is decent too, but most importantly, the Berry. The Berry is really good on defense versus Drill. If he didn't have that, despite having the Poison, it might be difficult, but he does have the Berry also here. Wow, Executioner Bridge versus the Godbutt. That actually might be a play, trying to deal with the Godbutt and the recruits. We see a Drill come through, and then immediately the ability is going to actually end up protecting the Executioner. Really good ability. Evo Executioner's locked on the tower. It does not splash the Berry. He gets the Goblin up high. Executioner takes it out. The Bandit dashes to the Berry, and the Boss Man is on the tower. Oh my gosh. Insane damage. Polar Bear maybe with an upset. Maybe with an upset here. Cycle and a Snowball, trying to get the Evo Snowball and Cycle. Samuel going to the Drill. Polar Bear setting up for defense already with the Tesla. What do we see for defense here? Guards are down. Arrows predict on the guards. Arrows predict on the guards, forcing out a Boss Man on defense. Oh my gosh. Once again, Polar Bear has to win this game to keep his team alive. This is a single elimination bracket, guys. You lose and you are out of the tournament. Evo Snowball trying to predict the guards. Good guard placement from Samuel, and immediately coming in with a counter push. Big counter push here. Executioner trying to double lane here, trying to help on both sides. Berserker ends up locking a bit onto the tower. Will he get the King activation here? No, the arrow drops. forcing out the snowball. Samuel making really good plays. Polar Bear still up a little bit of damage though. About 200 HP. Wait, not call it JYNXZI. Can one of my mods please make a command to maybe type !JYNXZI and just be like, if JYNXZI, I'm down to cast with JYNXZI. I'm ready if he wants to call me blah blah blah. I mean, you've heard me say it a million times. There's something like, if JYNXZI wants to call me, he can. But right now the plan is to watch party. Thank you for streaming. I got you, bro. Thanks for watching. Okay, wait, that's gonna one shot with the Evo Berry. The Evo Berry locks on the tower for one hit, not a second. Samuel Basoto make it happen. Tesla on the defense. Evo Bomber will activate King. Pre-arrows for guards. Execution drop. Snowball doesn't hit. He's alive barely. Wait a second. He has to play guards though. I think it's over. Samuel just needs to go a drill plus arrows and a snowball, and that will finish the game. Yep, Goblin connects. GG's in the chat. Team Brazil, as we thought, pretty stacked roster. Team Brazil going to be advancing to round number 2. Ace request. All right, there we go, guys. We're hopping straight into it. Let me go ahead and re-pull up the lineups because honestly, I don't even remember. But we have Team Italy versus Team Israel. And Ace is on Team Italy here. So Team Italy on the bottom of your screen. SM at the top here. All right. Let's see what we got here. We have a Skelly King mirror matchup. Archers from SM. Maybe Elixir Golem again. That would be insane, though. A double Evo Witch on the board from both players. Fairly similar decks. I would say Ace most likely going to have Royal Giant in this situation with the E-Spear and all that. Witches might end up just kind of canceling at the bridge here. It's really going to depend on who spawns the Skellies. And we do see the Goblin Machine. So Goblin Machine means most likely going to be another Elixir Golem from SM. And then, wow, there it is. Elixir Golem the bridge with the Night Witch. Goblin Machine does get a hit on the Tombstone. Ace is low in Elixir. Wait a second. Elixir Golem might have some success here. Ace is just completely out. What does he do? He's going to go for the Skelly King up high, but the Rage drops down. The Rage drops down. The Elixir Golemites, they're doing mad damage. He plays the Fisherman. This is not the correct way to do it. At that point, I think when you know you're losing your tower, you have to play your cards in a way to not get recrowned and also allow for a counter push to try to get his tower back. But instead, he plays his cards in a way that not only do they die, but they don't even successfully take out the troop. And then, wow, SM not only up a tower, but up a lot of damage on the next as well. And Ace does not have enough Elixir to go RG in front of the Witch. He goes RG in the other lane instead. SM is low-ish on Elixir. Maybe this RG gets some damage for the comeback. Night Witch going to drop. Wow. Elixir Golem, Skelly King, Double Witch is just wild. Okay. Double Witch coming down the lane. He does go for the Elixir Golem in the pocket here. Try and make something happen. Tombstone up high. And Evil Archers just try and snipe out the Skeleton King. The Witch survives! The Evil Witch survives! She continues to heal herself. He does go down now, but look at this. Night Witch is on the tower. Evil Archers are connecting. I can't believe it. We have a huge upset. We have a huge upset. Wow. GG's, man. Fucking on this match, guys. We have a Soph at the top of your screen from Team Israel versus Airbase here. Or Airbase. I don't know exactly how to pronounce. And looks like we see a drill deck from Asaf. It makes a lot of sense. Asaf is one of the best Goblin Drill players in the world, and he's going to be using this kind of trendy variation with the Goblin Hut in the Evo Snowball. Actually, I lied. I thought it was going to be like the trendy version with Berserker and stuff, but it looks like he's got a little bit of a quicker cycle variation with Evil Ice Spirit, the Skeletons, and then also the Goblin Demolisher. Very interesting. Goblin Demolisher is such a unique card. It's kind of a mix between a Bomber and the Wall Breakers. As soon as it gets below half HP, it goes into that Wall Breaker mode. So it does do a great job of synergizing with the Goblin Drill. Here comes the drill from Asaf right away. Golden Knight trying to predict, but Asaf with a switch up on the placement and the pre-snowball hitting the guard and knocking back the Golden Knight as well. Great plays. Goblin does get one hit and immediate Evo bats on offense. Goblin set up on defense, but the Spear Goblin is getting taken out before he can start taking out the bats. It is very tanky though, but now there's no Goblin Hut inside with the Evil Wall Breakers. Log drops down. The Golden Knight dashes around, takes out the Evil Ice Warrior before it can jump, and Airbase with a very solid lead, chat. Soft once again, probably the better player in this matchup, but Airbase very, very good. Very, very good. Team Italy needs to win this. Airbase needs to win this to keep his team in the tournament. It's a best of 3 of best of 1s. Israel already won the first match. Yo, guys, we just did hit 3,000 viewers on Twitch, so I am going to be doing a Diamond Pass Route giveaway to the stream. As always, you've been giving away so many Pass Royales lately. I'm going to make sure on Monday to go through and send all those Pass Royales to anyone who did win one. But for this one, make sure you guys come over to the Twitch stream. If you watch on TikTok or on YouTube stream, pass giveaway happening right away. Come on over. All you got to do is drop a follow and wait and look in the chat for the instructions on how to join the raffle. All right, the giveaway has begun. ! Join in the Twitch chat to join the raffle for the giveaway. If you watch on TikTok or YouTube, all you got to do, come over to the Twitch channel, drop a follow, and then type ! Join to join that raffle for a chance to win. Thanks for following, everyone. We're getting close to 250,000 followers on Twitch, which is great. And let me relock in here. We got wall breakers to the bridge on left hand line. We got a drill coming in from Asaf. This is his moment of attack for sure. Law going to come through to try and hit these wall breakers as well, but a defensive log from Airbase. He's really going to clean his defense up quite well. And it does seem Airbase does have the big spell. The big spell is going to be really solid in this match of the poison. But Asaf does have a quicker cycle. He's getting some damage, kind of outcycling the main counter of the drill, which is the log there. Log on offense getting chip damage. Poise on the defense as well, trying to freeze everything up, and a minor inbound. Getting chip damage. Goblin Demolisher trying to help out a little bit. It's going to go wall breaker mode. And I don't believe this will make it to the tower, especially with the log coming on through. Airbase probably going to be setting up another Golden Knight in the back to activate the 3-card cycle. Now he goes for the bats, and we have a Goblin Stein to bridge here with the ability, but a cannon setup for defense. Really nice defense there. And then a Golden Knight on defense once again with the log. Cleans up well. Asaf maybe got one hit there, but it's not really enough. And now it's Airbase time to attack. We see a poison drop down immediately onto the Goblin Demolisher. Minor inbound with the evil wall breakers with the Golden Knight dash. Wall breaker mode activated. No log in cycle. Wait. Oh, wait, the body block. The Gobstein body blocked the wall breaker for making it to the tower. Bats from Airbase right away to try and force out the ability early. And Cannon predicting the Gob drill in the front. Does he get it? Yes, he does. Evil Snowball is ineffective versus buildings. And the log's going to come through. Meanwhile, he's continuing to attack with a minor poison. Asaf defending pretty well with the Evil Ice Spirit. Bats dropping down. Minor inbound. Drill from Asaf. Snowball down. Cannon to block Goblin Demolisher. And log once again on the drill, cleaning up the goblins complete. But once again, here's the quick cycle. Goblin on the tower. No log in cycle. Wallbreaker's trying to distract. Minor inbound. 28 seconds left on the clock. Snowball pushing the minor back, allowing the Skellies to attack. Asaf doesn't have 3-card cycle, though. He's going for the drill. He's going for the log. He's going for the pre-Evo Snowball. Wait a second. Evo Snowball hitches the guards. Goblin's on the tower. Wait a second. Asaf! Asaf clutches the top for Team Israel with 13 seconds left in overtime. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No way. Woo! Oh my goodness. Team Belgium is going out of the tournament, and now Team Italy going out of the tournament. Brazil and Israel advancing. They will be playing tomorrow, same time, same place, guys. All right, guys. So next up, exclamation point bracket. We have Netherlands versus Hungary. The Rock on Team Netherlands here going against FGAB. I've actually played against this guy on ladder. He's very good. Two really good players. Let's see who wins it, guys. Let's make a prediction. Who will win? Team Netherlands or Team Hungary? Who will win? Playing this? Yes, I am playing on this for Team USA as well. Israel won. Israel won versus Italy. Italy is out of the tourney. FGAB with the Valk Evo and Skelly Drag. It's going to be a Lava Hound deck from FGAB. And Bob the Rock with an Evo, Valkyrie, Baby Dragon, and Guards. Wow, we're going to see a Lava Mirror matchup here. Very interesting. Megamine not in cycle. Wait, that Gob Cage placement was genius. It stops the Lava Hound from going forward, allowing the Megamine to lock directly on the Baby Dragon. And with the lightning on the Fly Machine, this is a very clean defense here. Very well played on defense from FGAB here. Megman might even stay alive at 1 HP to help deal with the recruits. That's nuts. Now FGOB is going to be up about 2 elixir. I'm 100% sure we're going to see a Lava Hound in the back once he gets to about 9.75 elixir here. Right now. There you go. Where can we see who is playing in which team? If you go to my YouTube channel, you go to the beginning of the stream, I went through the all the bracket from today. Make sure you guys subscribe on the YouTube channel. I stream every day on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. Post daily shorts, and we're gonna be working on some good YouTube videos too. Go check out my wow, that baby dragon splash is nuts. Oh my god. Ooh, the lava took out the cage though. It moved forward slightly, and the baby dragon stopped splashing onto the skeleton dragons. Bring it some defense of value, and the arrows drop down. Wow. Okay. Very interesting. Another thing to note here is Bob the Rock is using the Cannoneer, which might be indication that he actually expected a lava mirror match. Guards are mistimed here. Flying Machine's going to lock on. That's going to be very close to evening things up here. But Bob the Rock's actually done even more damage because Cannoneer starts with less HP. Hungary is blue. Netherlands is red. That is correct. That is correct. Cage up high is kind of nut. I guess trying to predict the Valkyrie. Both evil Valkyries in cycle. Baby Dragon's not getting pulled though. Megumin drops down the Flying Machine. Another Lava Hound. Wait a second. I think FGOB's winning this interaction. Oh my gosh. The Skelly Dragons end up splashing a lot of lava pups. Another round of Skelly Dragon to the bridge. Cage trying to do its best. Another Baby Dragon is on the board. FGOB might just sail for lightning now. There it is. It drops on both of the Baby Dragons. Nope, only one of them. Flying Machine trying to set up for defense. Does he have arrow back? He does have arrow back, but the damage is already done. Bob the Rock's tower down to 1,048 HP. And a Valkyrie down once again from Gab here just to make sure the Flying King does not lock on the tower. Very interesting. Mega Minion and a Lava Hound right away, continuing to keep the pressure. It seems like FGOB has the lightning in. Bob the Rock just doesn't have any option for big spell, which is honestly a big difference maker here. Arrows dropping down. Baby Dragon does splash. Lightning drops down the Baby Dragon though with the help of the arrows that cleans that up. And look at the Lava Hound chip damage on the tower. One more lightning will do it, and maybe he won't even need that. This Lava Hound continues to get damage. Arrows is not enough though. Arrows does 93 HP tournament standard, so he has to get a lightning down. But this defense is easy, man. He's got the arrows. He's got the Mega Minion. Mega Minion is honestly the MVP in this matchup. For 3 elixir, even though it's the cheapest air unit on the board, it just does such a great job of cleaning up Flying King and Baby Dragon. Lightning drops down. This game is officially over. GG's in the chat. All right, chat. Surgical Goblin with a deck that he has been known to be his best. I mean, he has always been known as a very, very good log bait player. We have a Dark Goblin Evo with Evo Goblin Burrow. Most likely going to see a Princess and no Rocket, if I had to guess. Golden Knight dropping down the defense here. Going to clean these Goblins fairly well. Dark Goblin trying its best in the defense. Zaza might honestly have a pretty good matchup here with the Golden Knight. It really depends on his spells. Wow, Roll Hogs as well. Roll Hogs, Fireball. Fireball version with Surge, but he misses a Roll Hog. Misses a Roll Hog, and that piggy does get some damage. The log helps out a bit, though. It looks like he actually just has Fireball, and then I assume last card is going to be a building here. So, Surge without a Princess in log bait. Without a Princess, no Rocket, but a Fireball instead. Who's playing for Finland? I know Yuso is playing for Finland, but I'm not sure about the other players. Okay, here comes the Evo Barrel, guys. Real Barrel on the left, fake Barrel on the right. Thank you for the Dargob. Very good. Very good. Flying Machine going to walk forward. Recruits at the bridge. Fireball dropping down the Flying Machine. The Recruit shield on the right-hand side are off, so they're going to start charging. They're charging straight to the tower, ignoring the Goblin Gang. Massive damage for Zaza. Log comes down last second, but a Golden Knight at the bridge trying to put Surgical in a tough spot since he might be low in elixir. He gets the Ice Spirit down in time to block the dash, and a Knight as well. Really well played defense. That is going to be a positive 1 trade with a counter-pushing Knight. And Surge goes for the Goblin Burrow once again with the Knight on the tank arrows for Zaza here. And since he doesn't have E-Spirit in the deck, we probably would have seen E-Spirit already. I'm assuming this last card for Zaza is going to be a big spell, maybe a Fireball of his own. Log comes through, takes out the cage, gets some chip damage. Flying Machine in the back on the left-hand lane. Knight here, Gold Knight in the back, predicting the barrel. Gold Knight dash going to drop down here and take out every single Goblin. Well played. And Golden Knight has the quickest kind of cycle of the ability, if you will. So he is going to be back to the Golden Knight ability quickly. But the Dark Gob gets a hit on the Golden Knight before it dies. That poison will stay there forever, making it a lot less... wow, and he has Inferno. Inferno is not the deck that you want, or the card that you want on defense, but it looks like it will get the job done. And no Golden Knight dash. That's kind of a wasted Golden Knight dash from Zaza. If you could have used it onto the Goblin Barrel, or the Goblin Gang, that would have been insane. Evil Barrel comes through once again. Surge getting a lot of chip once again. This is like such an offensive matchup. I feel like both players are really going to struggle to defend each other here. Arrows drop down to the arrows, though. On the Dark Gob. Knight and a Gob Gang low. Here comes the Royal Hogs. Surgical, no Fireball cycle. Has to go over the Inferno once again. Royal Hogs getting chip. Dark Gob down. Fireball is the last card from Zaza. Iceberg to try and freeze. But look at these Royal Hogs. They're doing so much damage. Oh my god. Wow. Here comes another barrel. Wow, look at that. The Golden Knight dash cleans once again. And the Zappies do see where the Goblin Barrel is. Really well played from Zal. Interesting. Wall comes through. Recruit set up on defense. Evo Dark Gob is in cycle to try and help defense, but that's just going to be more arrow value on the tower. Immediately Goblin Barrel. Surge knows that he has to cycle to another Goblin Barrel if he's going to win this. And this is interesting. I feel like Zaza maybe getting a little bit too defensive. I don't know if I agree with that Fireball. Surgical might have a chance for victory. Dark Gob at the bridge. Icy Bird to predict the Flying Machine. Evo Goblin Barrel and cycle. Goblin Gang protects the Dark Gob. Arrows drop on the right side, but the Goblin Gang still a threat. Two Dark Gobs on the tower. Zappy's trying to set up for defense. Surge with another Goblin Barrel and cycle right away on the left-hand lane. And the Gob Gang the right. Fireball drops on defense. Does he have arrows in cycle? No. Cage on down. Log comes through. Arrows drop down now. But he's in Fireball range. He's in Fireball range. He saves up and he sends it. Surgical Goblin takes game number 2 for Team Netherlands. Tied 1-1 in the best of 3, ladies and gentlemen. 1-1 in the best of 3. We're going to game 3, boys. Surge! And here we go, guys. Sight at the top of your screen from Team Netherlands. Sight Poon, and we have Hob from Team Hungary. Looks like Hob is running some Lava Hound here. Lava Hound guards. And Sight, he's one of the best Bridge Fam players I've ever seen. Shout to Sight, man. Really good Bridge Fam player, using the most meta Bridge Fam deck right now. Boss Bandit, Snowball, Ram Rider, and he also has Executioner, which is going to do very well specifically versus the Lava Hound in this matchup. What are the others on the team on Team USA? It's me, Ian, Air Server, and Jeroy. One of the third player never be able to play no matter what since the first 2 to wins. Since it's the first 2 to wins, man, a lot of the time, like we're seeing here, Netherlands or Hungary won, and then Netherlands won, and now the third match is the third match to see who can win 2 games first. Hopefully that makes sense. Guard surrounded to the Ghost. Executioner is ready and locked for the defense. And immediate Skelly Drags here. No Tornado in this deck. Only Evo Snowball. So we might see a bit of a breakthrough to the Skeleton Drags. Because the only air defense in this deck is the Executioner. But look at this. Sight's getting a lot of damage. Not only with the Boss Man, with the Ram Rider as well. So he sacrifices 1 tower. Not even the whole tower. It's at 753 just to get a whole tower and even force out the Evo Cage here. Very interesting. Valkyrie the bridge. Smart play. Applying pressure. Getting the Evo Valk and cycle. Barbarian Barrel and guard set for defense. Arrows drop it down onto the guards, forcing out the Ghost as well. Ghost gets annihilated. This Brawler will get to the tower, but he goes for the Boss Bandit to make sure that doesn't happen. Skelly drags out for defense. Guard setup as well. Cage down. And an Evo Snowball on offense. Honestly, not really getting as much value as Sight probably wanted. This is a big counter push. Evo Exy's in cycle. Will we see an Evo light or pre-lightning for Evo Exy? No. Lava Hound Bridge left hand lane. Dual lane pressure now. Execution on that side. Wait a second. Is he choking? Valkyrie on the tower? Bro, I'm not gonna lie. He just showed. Ram doesn't even connect. Wow. If I was Sight in that situation, I probably would have used the Evo Executioner on the right-hand lane to defend. Realizing the left side tower is just going to have to go. And then you got to take the tower on the right with a snowball. And then probably attack on the actual right side, I mean. But wow. Ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Team Netherlands is officially out of the tournament. Team Netherlands is out of the tournament. We have a huge upset once again. Team Hungary winning the best of 3 of best of 1s. Droy, Team USA at the top of the screen. Dominican Republic at the bottom here. Been an Evil P.E.K.K.A in the back with a Phoenix from Droy. Evil Ice Spirit and Phoenix. Interesting. Very interesting. Not sure what deck we're going to see here, but probably a handcrafted deck from Coach Allen to counter P.E.K.K.A here. Maybe assuming Brian is a really good P.E.K.K.A player. Here we go. P.E.K.K.A got Giant the bridge. Gold Knight set up for the defense. Tesla Evo with the Ice Spirit as well. Almost Evil Ice Spirit ready. Skeletons help defend. Look at this, chat. Look at this. Actually huge stuff. Can I get a W Allen in the chat? W Allen in the chat. He knew exactly what deck Brian was going to use. And he's got the Phoenix Minor Control, dude. Phoenix has never used a Minor Control, but it does a great job versus this P.E.K.K.A deck. And the counter push here is nasty as well. Defensive Rage going to do a decent job. But Droid taking the damage lead by 400 HP. No way Brian thought this deck would work. I don't know. I don't know. Last card from Brian is probably Lightning. So we do have to watch out here, though. A Lightning could be really good versus the Phoenix and the Tesla. Droid does have Evil Ice Spirit and Cycle, though. He's going to try to save that for defense here. Zoom. I don't zoom when we're spectating just because, I mean, watch. It looks a little messed up. It's a little messed up. It should be fine. You can, like, zoom yourself if you want, if you need. This is an old meta deck. It is an old meta deck, but it has actually came back in the meta recently. I feel like the Evil Ice Spirit is actually a little bit early here. I'm not in love with that. It's not going to freeze the Gob Giant. He's dropping nice defensive poison, though. Wait, the P.E.K.K.A takes out the test is going to heal itself from a little bit. Level 13 Evo P.E.K.K.A is sketchy. Okay. Okay. He defends decent. A little bit delay on the Evo Ice Spirit could have been good there. Maybe he was predicting the fact that he might go for pre-arrows onto it. Miner's getting some chip damage, and Brian actually deciding to switch lanes here. He'll do next thing for the 100 bits. Gold Line dash straight into the Gob Giant. Gob Giant goes in front of the P.E.K.K.A though. Tesla drop down to the defense. Lightning does hit the Tesla and the Phoenix. This is what we're scared of here. Phoenix back in cycle already though. Wow, look at that. Ray dropping down though. Everything's going to be moving forward. A Gold Knight dash here, perfectly timed. Gonna hit the P.E.K.K.A. The Goblins. Arrows drop down on the Larrys. Log, is it enough, please? No! No, Troy, no! Evil Ice with the bridge. I wish he would have used on defense. And now with the Evil Ice, where it's not in cycle either. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. I believe the comeback is very possible. High anti-lightning Tesla placement. Get another Phoenix down. We got a Rage down as well. Ice Spirit here, trying to get the Evil Ice Spirit back in cycle. Very nice anti-lightning placements here. But another Gob Giant in cycle immediately. Tesla drops on defense. A lot of Goblins on the board. He does get the log down. Arrows drop down to try and break through Tesla. Level 12 Gob Giant. Nice Golden Knight. Great defense here. Great defense. Great defense. The problem isn't the defense right now, though. It's the fact that he took that damage, and now he needs to get damage of his own somehow. With a deck that's mainly based on defense, you know? P.E.K.K.A drops in the back. Phoenix drops up high. He's going to try and make maybe a Phoenix Golden Knight minor push of some sort. There it is. There it is. Can we get a connection here? Wow, the Gob Giant tied to the other lane is smart. Evil Ice Spirit set on defense with the Phoenix once again as well. Lightning dropping down the Gold Knight, the double Phoenix. Evil Tesla now has free reign, no lightning in cycle. A lot of Goblins forcing out the log. 55 seconds left on the clock. Anything is possible in Triple Elixir. Evil Barry gets upgraded from the Pancake Tower, so one-shots the Spirit, and the Tesla dies. Oh god, the Barry gets another hit. Brian's playing well here. He's just applying a lot of pressure. Gob Giant set on the defense. Poison does get some chip damage. Joy needs to find some sort of way to get a connection, though. Double Phoenix is up high. High Tesla as well. Anti-lightning placements. These are really good placements. Lightning drops down the tower. P.E.K.K.A takes that out. Minor Poison comes through. Evil Ice Spirit on offense. Can we connect with that? Bad Fisherman. Evil Ice Spirit does get blocked. And a high Gob Giant. Another Minor Poison. Wait a second. Another lightning cycle from Brian, though. Can he keep up with the lightning cycle? Arrows chip down. Minor poison inbound once again. With 3-card cycle, maybe he gets to another minor, but it's not in time. Roy loses game number 1, and it all because of that P.E.K.K.A hit. That one P.E.K.K.A getting a hit in the left-hand lane. This is not good, bro. I believe, though. I believe in our boys. We got Ian and we got Air Surfer. USA versus Dominican Republic. Will Ian clutch the match for Team USA? Caw-caw! Caw-caw! All right. Barbarian at the bridge. Most likely going to be a graveyard godput here. We have a Valk from Adriel and a Knight from Ian. So probably a splash art from Ian. Adriel the Evo Valk. Not really what you want to see, honestly. But we got to see what the rest of his deck is as well. Ice was going to drop down to help out. And we have a flying team from Adriel. Lava. Lava versus splash art matchup, guys. Tornado onto the flying machine, but he misses the tornado. He should have pulled it in onto his side of the map. Witch drops down. Adriel does not have enough elixir or any sort of lightning. So as long as he's able to protect here, she should be good. Nice. This is great defense with the poison as well. And he's going to get his Evo Witch in cycle. I love it. I love it. Good plays from Ian. Great plays from Ian here. And he's a counter pushing Witch. Adriel doesn't even have Valk back in cycle, actually. He needs to play one more card. He goes for the guards, and now he has Valk. Okay. I'm assuming we're going to see something like an Ice Wiz here. Nope, Bar Barrel. That's pretty valid. That's even cheaper. Ian will get the Evo Knight and the Evo Valk in cycle now, but the Evo Knight and the Evo Witch, I mean. Adriel, though, does have the Evo Valk in cycle, which is really good on defense versus this sort of deck. Melly said 5 gifted if Team USA clutches. Shout out to Melly. Evo Cage from Adriel. I see. Do we ever see a Lava Hound here? Wow, no, Ian's using Tombstone. Oh my gosh, I would have loved to see a Goblin Hut there. Goblin Hut would make this matchup completely, like, insane for Ian. Tombstone, not as much value here at all. Interesting Witch placement. I'm not sure if I love it, but it does lock on eventually, but the lightning, oh boy. It's gonna be tough, boys. This is gonna be a tough one for Ian, I think. And he messes up the Bar Barrel. I'm scared! Please! Valk's not hitting the Witch, though. Another Ice Fist out for the defense. Needs to get a poison down here. Just for Tombstone high. Another Lava Hound set up on the defense already. Mega pulls together, but he misses. He literally misses a Lava Poke. And now he's forced to poison, and the Flying Machine gets on his tower. Ian has yet to get a Graveyard down. He's got Guards and Valkyrie for it. Gosh, man, that's just a free lightning. Bro, I'm so... I don't know. I just don't know why you choose Tombstone over Gobhut here. He's not going for the Graveyard. Another lightning. Maybe he can outcycle. Maybe he can outcycle here. If Ian clutches this, he's the best to ever do it, bro. Triple Elixir. Triple Elixir overtime. Anything is possible. He goes for another bar, bro. Where's the Graveyard? Where's the Graveyard, my man? And the Evo Valks in cycle. Oh, gosh. Oh gosh. I think it's cooked. 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 And I was really excited to play in this tourney. Should have put me in, coach. Should have put me in. To recap, ladies and gentlemen, Team USA out of the tournament after our first match. I did not get to play. Ian with honestly a pretty tough matchup here. Lighting does a great job versus the Evil Witch and the Ice Wizard. Would have loved to see a Goblin Hut instead of the Tombstone there. I think that's just a little bit better version of this deck in this current meta. In our game one, I think that Roy played honestly very well. I think that he got a little bit unlucky with that P.E.K.K.A level 12 or level 13 P.E.K.K.A hit in his left-hand lane. Probably should have just bit the bullet and played the Evil Ice Spirit on top of it. Make sure that didn't get a hit. I really liked his defense though. His defense was very solid. All right, chat. Snowball in from Yuso. Evo Snowball and a Barbarian Barrel. Probably going to be a Bridge Fam deck. Hog Rider immediately from Riley. Ghost on the defense and a Boss Bandit. I like this deck from Yuso. I like this. Riley will probably win this, but if Yuso can make him make a mistake, I mean, this is winnable. We see a Boss Bandit ability. Skeletons are trying to block. We do see another ability, which I think is pretty valid. Gonna dash literally everywhere. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Boss Bandit's nuts. Unzoom. My bad. Have it. Raymar inbound with the Executioner. Law gonna stop. And a really nice skeleton surround there. Well played. Riley with some perfect defense here. Okay, Firecracker in the back, trying to get the Evo and Cycle. Those can help defend that. No hits. And probably a Boss Band in the back from Yuso here. Trying to deal with the Mighty Miner. If Riley ends up going same lane as that, or maybe switching lanes with the Mighty Miner. Okay, he does go same lane with the Evil Ice Spirit to try and take out the Boss Band. A Log as well. And the Evil Ice Spirit actually freezes the Boss Band, so it doesn't dash again. Guards here from Yuso. Evo, Firecracker, and Cycle. Skeletons to keep the cannon HP up. And the Boss Band does go down, and here comes the Hog. Evo JYNXZI will be able to knock back this Hog Rider. And Evo Snowball, honestly, I don't love it. A couple mistakes from Yuso here. I mean, the Evo Snowball does help on defense. I feel like you need that on offense, though. Right? Here comes the Ram, though. He's going to pre-lighting, but Riley knew he was going to pre-lighting, so he plays Ice Spear first. Wow. Yeah, Riley on another level here. Predicting the prediction. Playing the cannon late. Hogging to the right lane now. Applying even more pressure. And Yuso has yet to activate King. I would have loved to see a King activation there. Wow. Ghost gets a lot of damage. The pre-log on the Ghost? Oh my gosh. The pre-log on the Ghost to keep it invisible so the Firecracker hits is just insane. Quick ability. Well played. Wow! Oh! It's over. Bro, I thought this whole time Riley had an earthquake. He whipped out the lightning. He whipped out the lightning, wipes out the Executioner with a surprise factor, and then immediately wins the game. GG's in the chat. Riley showing why he's the #2 player in the entire world. All right, chat, we're into the next game of Team Canada versus Team Finland. What do we got? What do we got? We have Baton with the very kind of trendy minor wall breakers lightning deck. And we have Elias with a Royal Giant. Interesting. By the way, guys, Elias does need to win this game or else Team Finland will be knocked out. Royal Giant Bridge applying some pressure. Spear Goblins in defense. Valkyrie as well. That's a lot of Spear Goblins on the board. He'd like the RG into the Goblin Hunt there, which is not it. He does get 2 hits. How does he deal with this pressure, though? Ellie's dropped down. It's late. One wall breaker is going to connect. Hunter doing its best. Yep. Baton going to be up some very nice damage now. Very nice. Interesting. Fireball can come down, clean up this this Ice Wizard. I feel like Baton actually has a pretty good matchup here. Mainly because, I mean, Fireball... I mean, the Ice Wizard is really good. Despite the Fireball, Ice Wizard is great versus RG. The Godplate's really tough to break through with RG as well. It's very tanky. And the minor wall breaker trip is just so consistent. Very interesting. Okay, minor inbound once again. Ghost does predict it. Spear goes up high, a little bit early, forcing out the Fisherman. Not perfect gameplay. Then Elias needs perfect gameplay here to win this. Hunter on the board. Ghost getting chip damage. Another Ghost on the tower. Okay. Interesting. Lightning gonna drop it down here. Wow. And another Spear Gods at the bridge. Yeah, I think Team Canada's just taking a 2-0 sweep, boys. I think Team Canada just got a clean 2-0 sweep here, boys. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, I think this is cooked, bro. I have no faith in Elias. Not that I don't have faith in Elias, just I have no faith in Elias' deck right now. Look at this. Ice Wizard drop with the defense, Valve drop with the defense, Goblin on the defense, Fireball drops on the Ice Wizard, but now there's Spear Gobs. And you only log one thing. I mean, do you log the Spear Gobs? Do you log the Goblin? Do you log the Wall Breakers? Or do you log nothing and let everything take your tower with a lightning? Boom. GG's in the chat, guys. And that's going to be a Canada 2-0 sweep. GG's. All right, chat, here it is. Tanjiro versus Kityashion. I'm probably mispronouncing that name, but I'm trying my best. And he goes for the well played. Yep. This is going to be a tough one for Tanjiro because I don't think this deck has any air defense. He's going in for the attack here, and he doesn't have any reset either. Seems like a strategy for some of the not as well-known players is just to play this Pekka Gao Giant deck and try to just 3-crown or win somehow. But looks like Kit is ready for this. He's got the Lava Hound. He's got the Skelly Drags. And Tanjiro has literally nothing in his deck that hits air other than spell. So yeah, he's laughing and this is ridiculous. What is happening? What is going on, man? What is happening? I know Mugi for Japan. I don't know. Maybe he was unavailable for the tournament. This is Kit. It's. I'm just gonna call him Kit, bro. I'm just gonna call him Kit. Shout out to Kit. The lava. Arena 4 match. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is literally some brain dead gameplay. Not trying to be mean, but like, what is happening? I mean. Lightning drops down. Gobgiant trying to break through with a Valkyrie cycle, and he laughs. The BM is absurd. Tanjiro's mental is gone. Yeah. Kit Ashion. Kit Ashion. Good comp. Brutal matchup. It is a brutal matchup, to be fair, but also why? Like, this is a $10,000 tournament. You're representing your country in the best, like one of the craziest tournaments we've ever seen. Clash Royale history, and you're gonna play Pekka Gobgiant Pancake Tower? Mega Gob Giant Pancake Tower game 1? What is going on? Play like Gob Hut, like play Gob Hut Hog EQ or something. I don't know. His main deck, even so, like even if your main deck, why would you use your main deck in first game of the tournament when you know your opponent's just gonna run a counter to your main deck if that's literally the only deck you know how to play? How beat over level? You want to try? Usually I try to play defense versus over leveled people until it gets to double elixir. Because if you're too aggressive in single elixir, then you just won't be able to defend. Because your card levels are higher up. You don't have enough elixir to defend. Alright, chat. Victor, we're running some Splash Yard here, going against Colin with what looks to be Hog Earthquake, which is actually really interesting. Victor actually has a pretty good matchup here. So we might see a game 3 versus Venezuela in Japan. Which countries are playing right now? At the bottom of the screen, we have Team Venezuela. On the top of the screen, we have Team Japan. It's the second game of the best of 3 of best of 1s, if you will. And Venezuela has to win this. They did lose game number 1. Okay. Bowler on the counter push. Looks like Victor actually not using Graveyard, actually using E-Giant. So I'm not gonna lie, that makes this matchup a lot worse for Victor. You would rather have Splash Art in this matchup. But I still think he has a good matchup. He has God Putt and Tornado for the Hog. It's gonna be tough for Victor to deal with the Firecracker, and it's also gonna be tough for Victor to break through the Quick Cycle and the Cannon, as well as the Evil Ice Spear with the E-Giant. So kind of an Eva matchup. Maybe Colm has a slight advantage here. But once again, Victor has to win this for his team. Or it's over. Right, Hog coming through. Goblet dropping down the defense. Earthquake as well. Okay. And an E-Giant in the back. No Hog and Cycle, so he's going to go over to the E-Giant in the back, trying to build up a big push. Mighty Mine to the right-hand lane. Let's see. Evil preparing for defense on the right. Would have loved to see Evil offense, though. Big drag over there, trying to snipe with a cannon. Tiger drops down, and a Hog immediately to pressure. And looks like he's going to go for the lightning anyway. Right on the Hog. Hog did get a hit, though, in another cannons and cycle with the Evil Icebird stun. This is what I mean. Quick cycle cannon with the Firecracker. Lightning didn't even do much. And he even took a Hog hit. So this is a really tough situation for Victor, actually. Amazing what simple rework does to Goblet, and now it's meta. I know, but it's honestly not even a simple rework though. Like, I feel like Goblet's like a completely different card now. How does the server thing work? So one's Japan and Egypt. The cool thing for Clash Royale is that there's a standardized ping of 1 second, aka 1,000 milliseconds, and that allows since there's a standardized ping, it makes it fair so that you can play against anyone no matter where they are in the world. Which is why Clash Royale is just such a good game. And once again, I think Clash Royale, even though it's just become, unfortunately, a little bit pay to win, this is definitely the best mobile game of all time, at least in my opinion. How can you play Lightning? Didn't the previous player play that? There's no deck restrictions for this tournament. So you can play whatever you deck, what you want, whenever you want. But I think it would be cool to do duels. I think it would be really cool to do duels. Evil Ice Bear is going to freeze. Can up high. Goblet up high. Try to attack as well. Interesting. Wait a second. This is a big push. Evo Knight. E-Giant with the boulder. This might be Victor's chance. Guards on the board. Evo Skeletons at the bridge. Mighty Miner here. Evo Skeletons are swarming. Earthquake drops down the Evo Skeletons, but it continues to swarm anyways. E-Giant still in the tower. Can up high. No, Victor's won it. Victor's won it for Venezuela. We're going to see a game 3 between... We're going to be seeing a game 3 between Venezuela and Japan. Can I get a GG in the chat, boys? All right, guys. Juancho versus Ta. Juancho, big underdog here. Using what seems to be maybe like a one-trick deck. Maybe, I don't know. Either way, this is a pretty interesting deck. A pretty OG Clash Royale deck. With the minor minion horde wall breakers, Princess, and we have the Night Evo, and then Ta, what looks to be a pretty solid matchup here. He's got the arrows for the minion horde, and he has the Barbarian Barrel as well for Goblin Gang. Here comes a miner with a wall breakers to attack. Zappy's dropping them on defense, and finally does get a hit. We'll see. We'll see. Why is the boss bandit so hard to get? Because it's a champion. Champions are really tough to get. Dude, there's been so many upsets today, man. It's insane. If Team Japan loses right now, I will be shocked. Like, Wancho is playing this funny minor Princess Horde deck that one of the top 50 guy plays. I mean, yeah, this is an OG deck. I know it, obviously. I just don't understand why he's playing it. Not really a competitive CR type of deck. But if he's like really good at it, it makes sense. Maybe he can even win a tough matchup like this. Yeah, this is actually a really good matchup for Ta. I mean, the Inferno is just really bad versus Roll Hogs. The Spirit and Barbaro does clean up everything. Wow. And the E-Spirit. Wow. Another Princess on the board. Princess will get a lot of value, potentially. And he does bait out the Minion Horde arrows again. Knight, Gang, Princess, but here comes the Roll Hogs. This is what I'm talking about, man. He's going to be forced to play the Miner, the Log. He cycled to anything else here to help him defend. He goes for a Wall Breaker. Really awkward cycle. And now he's the Gang after playing the Wall Breakers. But in a tough situation, Ta looking like he's just going to take this. We're into overtime. Whoever takes the tower first wins. Recruits in the back. Once again, send it up. Knight here on the right side. Trying to keep the Princess alive. Princess is the only thing that Wancho really's got going for him here. But Esport's going to hit the Princess. A Barbro's going to take out the rest. Minion Horde dropping left-hand lane. Forcing on the arrows. Gob Gang on defense. Princess does stay alive right side. The Inferno does get down. This is a decent defense. Evo Knight down as well. And recruits here. I just don't see how Wancho gets damaged though. Because Ta's just playing it safe. He's just playing the arrows in the Minion Horde every time. A lot of the time this deck breaks through with like a Minion Horde plus a minor push. With like countering cycles. Another Minion Horde high. We don't see arrows this time, but that's also because the miner's not in cycle. You see Ta, he knows what he's doing. He's keeping track of everything. No miner in cycle. And the failed Knight protection on the right as well. Usually countering that Minion Horde on his side of the map. Recruits to the bridge, Flying Machine, and Zappy's gonna deal with the miner. Minion Horde goes left in lane, and we are gonna see arrows drop immediately this time. Especially with the Roll Hog coming through. And now look at the recruits. Recruits on the right side. Evo Wallbreakers do a decent job of defending, but once again, how does Wancho get damaged? He's defending all game, and he can't break through. He can't make it. You see the miner plus the log trying to get something going, but even without the arrows, the Minion Horde gets taken out completely by the E-Spirit, the Flying Machine, and Zappy. We're not trying to tank that Flying Machine for as long as possible. Wallbreaker's trying to kite it back. Another round of recruits on the board, and Wancho with no big spell, just double Flying Machine on the board. The Zappies are providing value, the Roll Hogs are providing value, and he will hold on to the final minute, but Ta gonna be taking game 3, advancing Japan into the next round. GG's in the chat, boys. Japan continues forward. All right, chat, we're finally in. South Korea versus India. South Korea at the top of your screen, India at the bottom. Who will win? Let's find out now. Skeletons in the back from Muhammad. E-Spirit in the back from Polaris. Full cycle decks. Mighty Miner from Muhammad. Most likely to be a Hog Earthquake. Log from Polaris. Probably going to be a Royal Giant since he's got the Electro Spirit. Guard. It's going to be your RG Monk Firebolt. Most likely. And Evil Ice Spirit for Muhammad. It's going to be pretty good. And we have a pre-Monk for Firecracker here. And an immediate ability as well for the Firecracker. Really nice play from Polaris there. An ability here trying to swap, but the Monk switch lanes as well. So the Monk's going to clean this up, and then maybe we see an RG. Probably not. Okay, he does go for it. Mom's up a lot of elixir. He's going to go for the Hog to kite this back, and then a cannon. That was actually a pretty nuts play. Fishman drops on defense. Pre-E-Spear drops down for the Mighty Miner, though. And the Monk pushes it back, too. Do we see the log? No, we do not. RG does get 2 shots. Polar's taking the damage lead by a few hundred HP. I'm from the United States, matter. Okay, chat. Okay. Polaris up elixir here. He's going to drop the Hunter to the back. Try and get that Evo and Psycho as quick as possible. He already has the Evil RG in cycle, though. Firecracker from Muhammad. Maybe another monk. No, he's going to go for the log. Try and stun that. And a rage as well. Wow, so no big spell. That's actually kind of good for him in this matchup. It's actually, I would say it might be better to have the double small spell than one big spell in this matchup. Mainly because a little bit quicker cycle. And Rage Roll Dying just does really good versus cycle decks like this. And the log plus Rage on the Firecracker to clean it up pretty consistently is not bad either. Okay, here comes Evil RG. A really nice prediction Evil Ice Spirit though. Log coming through. Very nice. Very nice. And now a cannon. Actually perfect damage from Muhammad. Just so you guys know, this is not Muhammad Light, by the way. This is another Muhammad from India. Just FYI. Okay, log here. Fisherman to pull. We do see the rage on the Evil Firecracker, and then E-Sphere to pull the Mighty Miner away. Okay. All right, here comes the RG, man. With the Mighty Miner as well. Very good. That RG is popping, man. That RG is absolutely popping. Hunter on the right side. It defended well, but he's not going to attack with it. Interesting. Log and Skelly's cleaning up pretty easily. Evo RG in the back from Polaris. Now begins the double roll giant play. He's going to try to get 2 roll giants to the board at the same time. Breakthrough. Monk in front. Firecracker down. Trying to force out the Monk ability early here. But he knows to save it. I respect that. Lightning though. Wow. Second time today we've actually seen the lightning instead of earthquake in this deck. And it makes sense. Lightning is just a little bit more versatile. Earthquake really only good versus buildings, especially the Gob Hut in the current meta. Okay, Evil Ice Spirit. Rage Log cleans up the Evil Firecracker. And it seems like Muhammad always has an Evil Ice Spirit in cycle. He's actually playing this really well. But he's still down damage. But he has the lightning. Here comes the hog. Will we see a lightning offense of the fisherman? Nope. He doesn't go for it. Interesting. I don't know if I agree with that. I feel like you gotta try and get some damage. Maybe he's gonna wait till triple though to make plays like that. But we're gonna see Polaris continue to have insane offenses. Lightning defensively, I don't agree with it. He tried to hit the Hunter too, but the delay on the Hunter. Fisherman does pull the Mighty Miner. The Firecracker is doing its best, but here comes another roll giant. Hog to pressure other lane. Log to knock back. Evil Iceberg does come in cycle. I really like the pressure there, but the RG did sneak in a hit before the Evil Iceberg was able to stun. And another roll giant the bridge. The pressure is mounting. Fisherman looks like he's gonna hit tower. Uh-oh, Fisherman on tower. Iceberg freeze. Cannon down once again. But the RG's gonna get raged up. 3 shots in the cannon, but the log cleans. But look at this, the hog. He can't break through. It's too little too late. Evil Hunter in cycle snaring the hog. And a monk up high to clean up the Firecracker. Ladies and gentlemen, it just looks like Polaris. I mean, there's 12 seconds left. I don't know what can happen in 12 seconds. But it looks like the Rage RG gets another hit on tower. Polaris going to be taking game number 1 for South Korea versus India. GG's. GG's, boys. GG's. Which best of 3 was the most exciting for you so far? Good question. I don't actually know. Out of Book of Books, what card should I use it on? Only use Book of Books on champions, guys. Every rarity of the cards in Clash Royale has a different book, except for champions. Champions don't have a book, so you want to use that Book of Books kind of as a Book of Champions. All right, chat. Clown versus Lens. Here we go. We get a Goblin Hunt Miner Lightning, or maybe Goblin Hunt Miner Rocket. Most likely Lightning. The Clown is known to be good with Rocket. Versus Lens. Lens here with... I guess it's going to be actually maybe a Hog Earthquake or a Hog Lightning deck since we see the Firecracker. Okay. Very good. Your Gob rolling through. Hog dropping down. Gob put on the board. Your Gob's off to the side. All defense. And since we didn't see an Earthquake drop here, it's definitely going to be Lightning from the land. That's something that Clown's going to have to keep in mind. I guess Len's gonna have to keep it in mind too, but looks like Lens doesn't have as much lightning value. He has the firecracker. I mean, Clown doesn't have much lightning value to be fair also. This is an interesting matchup. I almost want to give it to Clown. Oh, there's the lightning though. Hits the Gob Hut. And hits the Ice Wizard. Log drops down. And the Hog doesn't get a hit. Wow, what a defense. Yeah, I'd probably give it to Clown in this situation just because Miner is a little bit more consistent than the Hog. The Hog does apply more pressure. And there is the Firecracker though. The Firecracker is kind of a secondary win condition, but Clown has the Wall Breakers. It's interesting. A lot of moving parts to this matchup. It's honestly just probably just pretty even here. Gob Hut, anti-lightning placement. Fire drops down. Hog, will it ever get a hit here? Look at mine. Three Gobs are late. Hog gets a hit. There it is. And the wall breakers are inbound right away. Lightning does drop for Clown finally. Will the wall breakers connect? No, they will not. Interesting. Len's doing a good job. He might be able to make something happen for Team India here. Valk on the defense. Firecracker as well. Ice was up high trying to snipe it over the river. As long as it gets one hit, that will put in range of a log though. That's kind of what he wants. There it is. Log drops. An anti-lightning placement of the Goppa once again. Lightning literally whiffs completely. Lens has got a big defense ahead of him. Really nice Berserker, but the lightning, wow. Miner on tower. Lens still up a little bit of HP. Up about 100 actually. Yeah, 100 HP here. Exactly. Back to the back, trying to get the Evo Fire Crew back in cycle. Valk in the back from Clown. Same reason. Trying to get that Evo. Berserker bridge. Here comes the Hog. Anti-lightning placement. Firecracker's going to help though. Miner going to drop on defense here to try and take out the Firecracker. But a really good Ice Spirit. The Skelly's on distract. Factor dropping down. Wall breakers inbound. And a Hog Rider as well. Evo Valk is inside over the Hog. That's going to be really good. But the lightning stuns it. And it forces out the Gob Hut. And he finally gets the King activated. Lens, once again, Lens needs to win this for Team India to keep them alive. But here's another Miner Rocket immediately taking out the Berserker. Miners gets chip damage, and for the first time this game, Clown taking the damage lead with only 45 seconds left on the clock. High anti-lightning Gob Hut once again. This Hog might break through though. This Hog might break through. It forces out the Ice Wizard and another Hogs on the board. Two Flackers. Hog. Log. Defensive Log. Evil Flacker trying to get value. It's staying alive for now. Will it hit tower? It's hitting tower. Lightning has to drop onto it. Another Hog inbound immediately. Two Ices on the board. With the Spear Gobs. With the Log. 15 seconds left. Clown has some work to do. Miner. Evil Wall Breakers. They're stopped by the Gob Hut. And the Skelly's predicted the Miner. Oh my gosh. I think he's done it. One more lightning from Clown. And then we're going to see a lightning from Lens as well. Lens going to clutch up for Team India. Taking this set to game number 3. GG's in the chat. GG's in the chat. Skelly's in the back. Cycle deck from DK. Will Team India show us another upset today? Ghost in the back. And a Gob Hut in response for Coco. So Roll Giant from DK. Roll Giant Cycle with a Ghost version instead of Monk. Coco with the Gob Hut. Gob Hut already gonna probably give Coco a decent matchup here. Looks like he's got Roll Giant. Sorry, not Roll Giant. He's got E-Giant. So E-Giant versus Roll Giant. I think E-Giant definitely wins this matchup, especially without the Monk. Unless, who knows, maybe DK's got like an Earthquake. If he's got an Earthquake for the Gob Hut, he gives himself chances. All right, Ghost at the bridge. Roll Giant as well, applying a lot of pressure here. Phoenix up on the defense. Gonna lock on the Ghost first before the RG. Interesting. Maybe this is actually the right play, though. E-Spirit gonna come through, but the Goblins do not die to the E-Spirit, and the Bulwark does get left in line. Big counter push for Coco, and this is what I mean by Gob Hut just being so strong versus RG in the current meta. Skelly's gonna pull this back. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. E-Giant in the back. Coco's found a good moment for him to go E-Giant in the back. Usually this is a risky play because a Roll Giant at the bridge can apply a lot of pressure. But now with the DK just super low on elixir, I think it's a great play. Hunter Bridge gonna try and take this out right away, but the bowler immediately in response to try to attack. E-Spirit trying to do something here, and we do see a fisherman drop down. Coco had enough elixir for the tornado, but he didn't play in time. A small mistake from Coco there. You have to tornado the fisherman immediately. E-Spirit to stop the bowler hit. And the Goblin Hunt once again. Just kind of just being really annoying, just sitting right in the middle of the map. We still don't know what spell DK has. Most likely going to be a lightning since this is the ghost variation. So I feel like the lightning could actually provide some value, especially versus the Phoenix. Interesting, interesting. I don't know about this. Log does come through. Look at this boulder though. The boulder value is actually insane. E-Giant trying to get countered by the Phoenix once again. Lightning going to drop on defense, but he doesn't play it in time for the Hunter to get another hit. Now the E-Giant's on the tower, and the defense on the right-hand side is going to be tough. Oh my gosh. No way the Phoenix clutched that up. And look at the Evo 9 tanking everything. Fisherman goes down. Do we see a tornado? He's not playing the tornado right now. But these bowlers are still locked in the tower. Log comes through. He's going to barely stay alive, man. Coco just needs 2 lightnings to finish this game up. This is tournament standard level, so 1 lightning plus tornado will not be enough. RG the bridge trying to get some damage in. He's desperate now. Evil Hunter is on offense. If you're going to break through, it has to be with this. It has to be the Evil Hunter. Wow. But once again, look at the Goblin, man. It just tanking everything. Spawning mad gobbies. And the Hunter goes in front. Maybe, just maybe, if the Hunter was able to be tanked for by the RG there, maybe he's able to make a play. But the Hunter's now going to die. The Tornado's going to pull it back. The Spear Goblins and the Phoenix are absolutely slaying on the defense. Coco's got this defense locked up. And look at both of his towers. Both of his towers down to under 600 HP. Ghost here. Do we see an offensive tornado? No, it's not in cycle. Not in cycle. E-Spirit here. Ghost. RG Bridge. Yeah, I mean, he just has to try, right? He has to try something. Even if you know it's not going to work, it's better to try and hope your opponent lags out than to not try at all. Yeah, this is the ending of this match, guys. This is it. Skelly's predict the Fisherman. Lightning on the Hunter. E-Giant walking forward. Fisherman actually pulls. Evil Hunter getting obliterated by the bowler. He's trying to cycle back to another Fisherman to pull the E-Giant away from his tower again. I mean, huge props to DK. He's trying to clutch his game for Team India. He's doing everything in his power, but the lightning is finally in cycle. And ladies and gentlemen, South Korea going to take down India in the first round of this tournament. GG's in the chat, guys. GG's. Julie versus Yi. I don't know how to pronounce his name, to be honest. Love you, Juicy, and thank you for everything you do. Yo, I love you too, Juanito. Hey, man. My passion is streaming. You know, whether it's Clash Royale or any other game, man, I'm going to be here. You guys support me so much each and every day, and I honestly don't know what I'd be doing if I wasn't a streamer, man. You guys are awesome. Thank you, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being such a great support of the channel so that I can continue to do what I love as my job, guys. Love you all so much. Yeah, for real. I do. I really do. Thank God for each and every one of y'all every day. All right, guys, let's lock in on this situation going down right now. Wow, Ram Rider going to get beat up there by this boss bandit. It does finally get taken out, so the defense is fairly successful, but Julesley with a really good start with the boss bandit minor poison. Can get some solid damage in. I think he's got a solid matchup. I think he does. I think he's got the Evil Ice Spirit, the Ice, and the Log for the Ram Rider. He also has a Cannon, which isn't very much lightning value. Lee gonna be having the Lightning and Execution Evo for the last cards here. Sweden's blue. Yes, Sweden is blue. Sweden is blue. UK. Wait, is it UK? No, it's not UK. It's England. Sorry. Can't mix those up. UK is not only England. I don't know why I always think that, but... Lock in! Sweden versus England. JYNXZI hits on the tower, and a boss man on the defend. Ability coming in from JYNXZI. Doesn't really do much, honestly. Yo, we got Juanito with the gifted sub to Da in the chat. Thank you for the gifted, man. Guys, you're new to the stream, drop a follow, man. Use your free Prime subs. All my subscribers get ad-free viewing and also adding priority to my friends list and more. Wait a second. Snowball hits. Raymar continues to charge to the tower. Big connection for Lee here. Wait a minute. Miner inbound to the counter push with the Spear God. Spear God's getting taken out. What does he play for the Miner? Nothing? Really? Not even a Ghost? Not even a Bandit? What's happening? Bandit now? Why didn't I just play the Bandit to counter the Miner? I played like half second earlier and taking less damage. Interesting boss bandit ability from JYNXZI. And a boss bandit gonna drop down from just both players. You have abilities going everywhere. We have teleportation. We have dashes every which way. And a Raymar in the back set up for the offense. And looks like JYNXZI actually does have a Tesla instead of a cannon. That's a little bit more lightning value actually. Not enough elixir for lightning currently though. And look at that, the Ice Spirit, the log. Defense is solid. JYNXZI up a solid 600 HP now. UK is England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland. Yeah, I knew that. There's England. England's at the top of the screen, guys. England is red. Sweden is blue right now. Okay, another boss bandit from Lee here, and a bandit as well. Kind of sacrificial bandit though. Then we see an ability from JYNXZI. And a Tesla up high with a Bard build to try and take it out. It's really going to be tough for Lee to find a way to break through. Wait a second. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The Evos don't like the skeletons and the spear gobs. And it even knocked back the evil Ice Spirit, allowing the Ram Rider to snare it and take it out before it jumped. And Yishua coming in with a insane damage lead for the first time in this game with only a minute and 5 seconds left. And I just realized GJC is rooting against his own country in the chat because they didn't choose him to play in the tourney. That's a little spiteful. Okay, we see an evil Eggy up high. He does get the double damage ability onto the Tesla. Okay, we have a dash. A Ram Rider inbound. Boss Bandit does dash. Once again, Snowball tries to break the Ice Spirit. Wait, the Ice Spirit jumped! It doesn't hit! The lightning drops down! Oh my gosh. Wait a second. The tides have turned. Insanity. Insanity. Barbell coming through. Bandit counters the Miner. There's not enough time. JYNXZI doesn't have enough time to get damage. Oh my god. And ladies and gentlemen, the upset. Another upset. Team Sweden taking game number 1 versus Team England. Insane. Insane. Wow. Wow. Okay, chat. We got Kingdom versus EGW. This time, Sweden at the top of your screen, guys. England at the bottom. So, England actually has to win this game, or else Sweden's going to have that upset, have that win here. Alright, we have a log coming through. Very good. Interesting. Interesting. Barb's going to drop on the defense. Is Kingdom a one-trick? Absolutely. Yeah. I actually didn't expect him to play his one-trick deck, but yeah, here it is. This is Kingdom's one-trick deck. Giant Skeleton, Hog Rider, Evil Barbs, Guards. I think he has Minion Horde too. And then he has like Log and Lightning. Yeah, he's just gonna take a bunch of damage here because he just spent a Minion Horde. He spent 5 elixir on the Suspicious Bush from the right lane. Not ideal. Kind of rooting against Kingdom because he's like a stream sniper. He actually even promised me he would never stream snipe me, and then he just kept doing it. Like, this guy's kind of strange. I think he stream snipes Morton and other streamers too, like Oxalate. Alright, we have a giant skelly here and a log in the cycle for the wall breakers yet again. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think it's possible for Kingdom to win this matchup. Another situation where it's like, wait a second, Evil Barb prediction? Wait a second, I might have spoke too soon. I cast her curse. Nah, his defense is still pretty easy actually. Wow. Nice one. Targeter does come through. Log can drop on the firecracker. Cannoneer, pretty a solid pickup here. Does a great job versus the Hog. And the Giant Skelly. And the firecracker. Suspicious Bush right side applying pressure once again. Ice Spear to try and freeze on the offense. And also tank the tower. Suspicious Bush actually does a lot of damage to the Giant Skelly. That's a third of the Giant Skelly HP once again to clearly just 3 elixir. Nuts. Evo Dart in hand. Log here on the firecracker. A Mighty Miner ability. And doesn't look like Kingdom has the log in hand. Why did he pre-log there? He doesn't even have Gobgain in his deck. He just pre-logged. Did he pre-log for a Gobgain that doesn't exist? Or did he just completely miss the Dark Gob there? And there's people spectating, literally BMing Kingdom. Look at all the BM. Nobody likes stream snipers, chat. Don't be a stream sniper. I keep forgetting that this is my own stream. I'm not casting like a serial event, so I can pretty much say whatever I feel like. Well, not whatever, but I mean, you get it. Oh, man. What is happening here? Fun that UW is beating the sniper with the latest toxic deck. Yeah, bro, he's got he literally has 2 Suspicious Bush on the bridge here. Either the Dark Gob applying pressure. In Kingdom, he only has Log for the spam. He has Lightning Lance card. Mighty Miner is a great card for dealing with the minion horde too. Look at that. And applying pressure right side with the Evil Wall Breakers. Wow. Peace Spirit here doesn't activate King, but either way, Wallbreakers connect. This game's over. All right, there it is. Now we are 1-1 in the best of 3. 1-1 in the best of 3, ladies and gentlemen. 1-1. So Rami is from England and Emba is from Sweden. You shall see who wins. All right, I'll just continue to message you after the stream, bro. Okay, so we have a pump. Wait. What is happening? Sweden versus England. England at the top of the screen. Mbot from Team Sweden. We have both players just spamming good luck because Rami's got 2 elixir pumps on the board in a Sparky mirror matchup. And he has Zap. Mbot does have the E-Wiz? I don't know. This is going to get weird. This is getting crazy. Evo Wizard? Does drop down last second, or else the Sparky would have hit his tower. What does he do here? Gob Giant Bridge, and then Evo Barb's left lane. What is going on? Yo, this is not real, bro. Fireball drops on defense. Sparky takes the right side tower. He messed up the Goblin Surround. Rage on defense. Giant in the pocket. Evo Knight. Ah! Wait, he was getting targeted. And the Evo Wizard in the chat. Oh, God. A lot of damage coming in from Rami here. Mini Becca is going to take out one hit on the Sparky. Does he have Ewo's back in cycle? Nope. I think Team England wins the game. I guess there really are players in Clash Royale that are like actual like top 1,000 players, but they only know how to play one deck. Just a straight up Sparky mirror matchup. All right, Team England. Team England gonna be winning the first round. They're gonna continue on. Next up, guys, we have Spain versus Argentina. All right, chat, here we go. Lord Pablo versus JYNXZI. Both pretty solid players. I don't know if either are like pro level, but they're both solid players here. I believe Lord Pablo is Team Spain, so Argentina is at the top of your screen. Spain blue, Argentina red, guys, for this game. Let's see, we have a Wall Breakers and Suspicious Bush. Another round of this very quick kind of log bait deck that it doesn't even have Goblin. You win your match, Juicy. Unfortunately, the plan was I was going to play tomorrow in day number 2. Shout out to Alan, trying to give everyone a chance to play, even me. But now, unfortunately, I can't play. Airsurf didn't get to play either. We just had a couple unfortunate. Exclamation point USA for more context. But let's lock in this match, chat. We have a Gob Hut, Boss Bandit, super quick cycle. JYNXZI with the Executioner Evo, Snowball Evo, British Fan deck we've seen a couple of times. I feel like JYNXZI might actually be able to make a bit of a comeback here. Not comeback, but a little bit of an upset because he's got really good counter. He's got 2 small spells.
Let's steal the show.
It's just a matter if he can defend this counter. Okay. Oh, easy. Dang, bro, my arm looks huge right now. Oh my gosh. Holy. Sorry. Okay, let's go for oh wow, Suspicious Bush getting damaged. Dude, you're gonna ignore that? Dang, that's damage. Okay, Ram Rider inbound, Dargob on the defense, he's going this time. Ooh, Ram Rider does get the chip. Okay, JYNXZI with the first connection of the day. So Yordley with the prime. Protein bar help. And with Suspicious Bush of the bridge to continue to apply maximum pressure. Okay, Boss Band in the back, guards on defense. God, can JYNXZI win this? I mean, I don't know. I thought he was gonna have a good chance, but just based on the fact he has some good small spells. But he is really not defending well, and I feel like being down this much damage is not what you want. Wow, another wall breaker is in cycle already. Forcing this Evo Snowball on defense. It's not what you want. Oh my goodness, and the Dargob. The Dargob does do the poison in the tower. The wall breakers do connect. The boss man do connect. And Lord Pablo taking game number 1 for Team Spain. Ali with the Evo Witch Graveyard here. And Bale with another round of this bait deck. A lot of people using this bait deck. I am absolutely confident, though, this time that Ali actually has a very solid matchup. Very solid. Gaba is great for defense versus this sort of thing. The bar barrel's good. He's got a quick cycle and he has a poison. The only thing for Bale is that he does have the Dargob in the Dargob Evo, which could get good value. But another big thing to shout out is just the fact that Ali is using Graveyard. And Bale's Cannoneer Tower is really bad versus Graveyard. So we'll see what happens there. Wow, wait a second. That's kind of a lot of damage. I can't believe you let that Suspicious Bush lock. It's not Bale, it's pronounced Vale, which means okay in Spain, so his name means okay GG. Thank you. I was saying Vale at the beginning. Chat told me wrong, I swear. Uh-oh. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, this Cannoneer is just so bad versus the Graveyard. Here comes the Evo Witch Graveyard here. Dargob Evo is on the board, and maybe that clutches. Poison's gonna drop down once he gets enough elixir.
Let's steal the show.
Yeah. Look at those Larrys, bro. Dang, Larry. Oh, so it is Bale. I'm just gonna say Bale. Whoever wins this chat wins it for their team. Who will win? Spain or Argentina? Let's find out right now. You're taking on Spain. The like buttons get to 450k likes, boys. Let's lock in. Chat. I'm trying to give you guys the best analysts, the best commentating here as possible. Hog Rider inbound. Gonna be Hog Earthquake, maybe Hog Lightning. Seeing a lot of Hog Lightning today. And Franco coming up with the Zappies in the Barb Barrel. That's actually gonna make this a very interesting situation where if Senora has Earthquake, it's better actually than having Lightning, because Zappy's really good anti-lightning card. Tiger dropping down for Senor. Arrows drop down immediately. So he has Arrows, Barbarian Barrel. I'm not gonna lie, man. Franco's got a pretty good matchup here. Especially if Humbao has Lightning. If they have Lightning, it's just so cooked. Because you cannot deal with the Zappies. And he has the E-Spirit version for a quick cycle. E-Spirit plus Barbara really good versus Firecracker as well. Other thing is Franco is going to have a Flying Machine. The Flying Machine does a great job in this matchup. And the pre-Barbell Franco's playing out of his mind. He's playing out of his mind. Team Argentina might make another upset, chat. We've seen so many upsets today, dude. Mighty in the back. Mighty in the back. We're going to see a cannon down next. There it is. Flying Machine over the river. Snipe it out. There's the Flying Machine. There it is. Locks on the cannon. Takes it out. Mighty Miner trying his best. And Evo Fiker dropping on defense with an ability as well. But the Flying Machine locks. The Flying Machine locks. Ice Spirit does jump. Nice Ice Spirit. But still, look at that Flying Machine damage. Franco taking the damage lead for the first time for this game here. Just by a bit. But I think he's going to be able to continue that. And then we have a cage here. Now is the question. Does he have an Earthquake? I think if he has Earthquake, he might play it here. But if he has Lightning, he might save it. There it is. He's saving it, chat. Lightning is decent versus Flying Machine at least. And it does do a lot of damage. But I do think you'd much rather have the Earthquake. It's just really good. It's really, really good versus the Recruits, Cage, the Zappies. Franco has yet to play his Wing Condition. Flying Machine over the river. Mighty Miner ability. Fiker again. And here comes the Roll Hogs. There they are. Ice Spirit down with another cannon, trying to pull these Roll Hogs to the King Tower. Log coming through. Skeletons as well to try and prevent the Flying Machine from locking on. And Mighty Miner, honestly, a perfect defense. That was like almost a perfect defense. But once again, a little bit of chip damage coming through. And when do you attack? If you're defending perfectly, spending a lot of elixir, like when do you attack? Super hard, especially when Franco continues to spam the roll recruit. Goes to the log, trying to get the evil Ice Spirit to jump. Wow, he predicts the Flying Machine with the... Dang, that was actually an insane play. I think he genuinely predicted the Flying Machine with the Firecracker placement there. That was kind of gross. Usually the Flying Machine is the most difficult card to deal with in this deck, because your only air targeting card is Firecracker. He's able to snipe it out with a prediction there. Right now, he's also doing a great job of using his 3-card cycle to cycle back to his Evil Ice Spirit and back to the Firecracker, so he just used it. There's the Firecracker. We're going to see another cannon drop down. Arrows hit. Only the Firecracker, not the cannon. And here comes another round of Roll Hogs. Mighty Miner in the middle with the Evil Ice Spirit. Then we see the ability to knock everything away. Log comes through. This defense is clean, man. This defense is actually goated. I don't know who this guy is that they chose to play instead of Ruben, but he's actually cracked. Who is this guy, chat? This guy got like a second account or something? Like, I don't know what's going on. Log comes through. He's saving Lightning for that last card. Mighty Miner. And once again, Ice Spirit up high. Ice Spirit does jump. And we do see the Mighty Miner ability with the log cleaning up those Zappies. Using 2 logs instead of Earthquake plus log, but using 2 logs on Zappy. Take it out. End of the cannon, the Firecracker on the defense with the Evil Ice Spirit trying to clutch this defense. Wait, the Roll Hog doesn't... The Roll Hog does get hit, so... Humbao probably going to see a Lightning here. Here comes the Hog with the log. High anti or lightning placement. Barbarian Barrel on the Firecracker. E-Spirit does stop the Hogger. Hogger does not connect. If Franco can just connect once while applying enough pressure, he might win this. Another round of Recruit. 30 seconds left on the clock. Mighty Miner apply. We'll see the ability right away with the log as well to try and clear out the way here. Wow, and the Evil Firecracker is kind of clutching as well. Flying Machine takes the cannon. Another cannon has to drop down. The Ice Spirit does jump. The log's going to allow... No, wait! The Flying Machine doesn't get frozen by the second wave of the Evil Ice Spirit. In the cages up high preparing. We finally see the lightning, but it's too little too late. Franco clutching the upset, beating Spain. Argentina continues. Franco! Let's go! Oh my gosh. Snowball coming down for a mini here. Not Evo, not Evo though. Ice Spirit as well, not Evo. Interesting. Yo, huge shout to Octane, #1 to get the sub leaderboard this month, this season. Guys, just right now we are on a 27 sub train courtesy of Octane. Any sub that happens over this timer at 0, we'll continue the sub train. And of course, we'll do a 7-hour stream instead of the normal 5-hour stream. We hit the 200 sub train goal. !1 goal in the chat. One of my mods can pin the !1 goal message. Oh, once again, that'd be fantastic. Scored with the gifted sub, continue the sub train. Paying forward the gifted sub they got from Ali the 8th to the community. Thanks for being generous, man. Thanks for paying forward that gifted. 900 this month, bro. Octane is nuts, bro. Octane is him. Huge shout out to this man. Huge shout out to this man. Which one is Molite? Neither of these is Molite. Mr. Awesome, Team Egypt, Perfect Mini, Team Peru. Molite's playing the second set, guys. All right, we have a Hunter here. Interesting. Wow. Mr. Awesome making some great plays with the Splash Art. Getting a lot of early damage with just a Baby Dragon Splash. Well played. Okay, we have an immediate Evo Mortar, though. But I don't think he's up as much elixir as he thinks he is. His Witch is going to get really good value. Wait a second. Witch goes down. Witch does indeed go down. I could be incorrect. I think this Evo Hunter is actually a huge mistake. Because he snares the Evo, or he snares the Knight in a spot where the Evo Mortar doesn't hit the tower. That one Evo Mortar hit could have been a huge difference maker. But he just played it a little bit too early, the Evo Hunter there. Wow. Wow. Immediate Knight Graveyard. Wow. I did not expect the Graveyard Mortar. And the Poison the Witch. Well played. This is well played. I like the Snowball too. Really nice play from Mini. Gonna get some really good damage. Okay. And a Knight Evo in the back. Mr. Awesome having both of his Evos in cycle now, though. Mini's probably going to have to set up some defense with a Mortar, maybe. Not sure. Instead, he tries to attack. I actually like that play. Godply. How does Godply do versus a Mortar? I've never really seen that before. Poison going to drop down to the Knight Evo, the Baby Giant, and the Evo Witch. But, of course, Evo Witch will continue to stay at full HP. And the Godply is actually defending against the Mortar. Wow, I did not expect that. Okay, Graveyard is going to go down, but it continues to heal the Evo Witch. And another Knight at the bridge will keep applying pressure. Another Knight and another Baby Dragon. Evo Hunter in cycle. We see a Tornado that to pull the other lane. I feel like it's a possibility. Nope, instead Mr. Awesome saving up for the Poison. I like that. This is a good Poison, honestly. Wow, Evo Witch is still at full health. Oh my gosh. Evo Witch at full health? It's... Oh my gosh! This card is insane! Nerf! Tumors out, please, nerf! That Tornado for Mr. Awesome to keep the Witch alive at 1 HP and allow the skeletons for the Graveyard and the Evo Witch skellies to continue to heal the Witch. You keep tanking and keep splashing the tower. The Evo Witch was just brutal. Brutal play with for Mr. Awesome. Really good splash art player here. My goodness. Witch in the back. Witch in the back. A Graveyard for Mini now. Trying to apply some pressure. Godpod on defense. A pretty Poison does hit. And a Snowball as well to try and get some damage. But here comes another push. Evo Knight with the Witch. Hunter on defense. No Poison cycle. He's low on elixir. The Knight doesn't get distracted by the Knight. The skeletons are hitting. And ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Egypt taking game number 1 of the best of 3. Like JYNXZI said, here we go. Muhammad Light with the Roll Giant Prestige. With the Log Bay deck. Prestige. With all the weight of his country on his shoulders, going against the best player in the world, needing to clutch just to make it to the 3rd set, or the 3rd game of the set. I mean, here we go, man. Layers on the defense. Monk gonna deal with his Dargob pretty well. I'm gonna re-enter this just to see if I can fix the glitch at the top of the screen. There it is.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this matchup for Mo is really good. Because Prestige is most likely having Valkyrie and Cannon for last cards, and Monk is going to do a great job versus deck. And imagine Mo has the Rage version. If Mo, he does like the Rage RG version a lot. If he has that, then it's really over. Because then he's just going to have E-Sphere, Log, and Rage versus Bait, which would be nuts. Wait, what happened? If Jatsman 25 will drop another 25 subs. What? Yo, huge shout out to Octane. If you want a chance to win and get this sub, come over to the Twitch channel. Shout out to this legend in my chat. What a Prestige has in front of tower. If he had it in front of tower, it would be maybe a different story, but he doesn't. He's got the Cannon. Cannon as I predicted. E-Sphere dropping down. Muhammad Light, most likely going to have a lightning. Probably a fireball, though. Probably a fireball for this last card here. Wallbreaker gets a connection. Muhammad Light going to tank the wall breakers. Use the fireball in the Dark Gob. And maybe try to make a push here. Evil Hunter does drop. Gang with the split. E-Sphere to cycle. Do we see a Log and the Princess ever here? I wonder. No, he wants to use the Monk ability versus it. Monk, perfectly timed. Deflects. Cannon drops down. Fireball once again onto the Dart. Oh, goodness. And the Evo Valk tries to do something, but the Evo Hunter is snaring it. Making it absolutely useless. And just like that, we see a very clean 2-0 sweep for Team Egypt. Shout out to Mo. GG's in the chat. GG's in the chat. All right, chat, we got Kyrie versus Sergio. Game number 1 between Greece and Mexico. Let's see who wins. See what's up. Sergio, if you guys are new to the scene, was the first world champion in Clash Royale history. First world champ ever. He won a world champion before Clash Royale League existed. Back then, it was called the CCGS. Crown Global. See, I don't even know. I don't even know. Something Global Championship. Global Series. I don't. Yeah. Clash Royale Crown Global Series. Something like that. Anyways, we got Tater coming to the 5. Get this up. Let's go. Shout out to Tater, man. Shout out to Tater. Dang, the Mega Knight jumps. And the Prince takes the barb. Gob getting the bridge. Is Sergio in trouble? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Another upset. What is happening? What is happening? What? What the is happening? Mega Knight the Bridge with the Prince first play and he 3 crowns? The 2017 world champion? Is Greece going for another upset? Is there another upset about to happen? If Chris wins this game, we will see yet another upset. Greece beating Mexico here. Mexico with another stacked lineup. Bro, there's been so many upsets today. Makes me feel a little bit better about Team USA losing. Because there has been so many big teams dropping out on day 1. Zilfer with the gifted sub. Thank you. And we got Alucard. Nice name, bro. Thank you for the 2 gifted first time giving this sub. Thank you, sir. All right, guys. Once again, if you're watching on TikTok or YouTube, you're missing out. If you're not watching on Twitch, coming over. Come on over. You might get gifted a sub. Wow. Chris Coach with the tornado on the Minario. Wait a minute. We got Juanito dropping 5 gifted. And there it is, Octane. Octane with a 25 gifted subs. Let's go. Train emotes in the Twitch chat, baby. Woo. That's nuts, dude. That's nuts. Thank you. Huge shout out to Octane putting together that community challenge. Oof. Nice pre-log on the Skellies. Gets 1 goblin hit. Chris on the damage lead now with the king activated. Arden most likely using minor poison in this situation. Here comes the miner. He catches it? Oh my gosh. That was like such an unpredictable miner placement, I feel like, but he catches it. It's all about the mind games. Guard gets a hit. Golden Knight needs responding to. See the evil Valkyrie drop on the board. He's going to clean this up pretty well. Here comes the drill right away, though. Little Prince to attack. Ice Spirit to freeze. Valkyrie going to clean up the rest. Skelly's just to make sure. Valkyrie kind of low on HP. I'm assuming he's going to go for the miner with that, though. No, he goes miner left lane. Miner left lane with the Ice Spirit. And the Golden Knight to stop the Ice Spirit. Letting the King Tower deal with the miner. Golden Knight pushing forward. Tesla ready to go on the defense. Chat, these last two cards from both players are going to... Oh, sorry about the bad zoom. These last two cards from both players are really going to... The tornado prediction on the Skellies. It's really going to determine who wins this game. Arden? I want to say it's Rocket. Yep, there it is. The Rocket's going to really do a good job, but he doesn't have the right version of True Red versus True Blue. So the Goblin actually hits the tower. Stadium's too close. The stadium's too close, bro. If Team Mexico loses this. I said I was... Wait, didn't I say I was going to give 20 subs to the chat if Team Mexico lost? Yeah, we got 20 gifted on the line here. Okay. Okay, we have an ability here. A log. Do we see another miner inbound? Yes, we do. Cannon set up for defense, though. He's going to do a great job. And we still haven't seen the last card from Chris Coach. I mean, if he has Rocket, he wins this. Here comes a Rocket from Arden. Ice Spear drilled the bridge. Tesla apply. Pre-log. Ice Spear is going to drop down, though, with the log. It should full counter. No, he plays safe. He plays Skellies first. Skellies do get taken out by the tornado, and that's going to allow for another drill inbound. Evil Valkyrie cycle this time. It's a great job. Why is Chris Coach not playing his last card? There it is. Executioner. Kind of a bad play, honestly. Just going to get absolutely destroyed, demolished. And Evil Valkyrie is now kind of pushing. 3-card cycle activated for Arden as well. Tries the log, but he misses the Valk. Ability plus minor inbound, but the guards do protect really, really well. Wow. And there goes the Rocket. He needs to get damage, even if the miner doesn't connect, so he's going for the Rocket. I think Chris Coach loses now. He doesn't have a big spell of his own. Log first. Makes the tornado isn't no value. Then a nice Ice Spear. Very good. Little Prince in the back left lane. Activating 3-card cycle. You need exclamation on 3-card cycle, guys. I have exclamation point 3-card in the Twitch chat. Goblin does get a hit. Evil Ice Spear is timed correctly, though. The miner's doing damage. Wait. The Goblins are doing damage, too. But the Little Prince locks on the tower. Golden Knight does connect, I think. But the miner does get caught. The Rocket. Does it do enough? Or does he need a log? He needs the log. He needs the log. Just log on offense. Wait a second. Closer than I thought it'd be, but GG's. Arden gonna clutch up a game number 2 for Spain here, guys. No way. Did he do it? No way. Oh my gosh. Bedfoss goes for the Expo. Bedfoss goes for the Expo. This is nuts. Bedfoss going with his very best deck in Clash Royale. Goes to Expo with the bridge on the right hand side. No Golden Knight cycle. He's a bowler. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is crazy. This is crazy. Using your best deck is actually crazy. Why is it working? Why is it working? Why is he gets 8 elixir? He's 8 elixir. He's not playing anything. Hello? What the? Lava player, remember. Oh. Right. That is how Lava player would play. Very weird, very strange. Hit the dash, please. Where's the dash? Yo! That was interesting. I guess Bedfoss, maybe his idea was just like, you know what? I'm better than this guy. I'm going to play my best deck. And if I get hard counter, I'm going to win anyway. I guess that's what he's thinking. I don't know. Really good micro here on the defense. Taking no damage so far. Arsta really down a lot. And I'm assuming his last cards are Graveyard and Poison. I guess I don't really know. Okay, Expo again in the right hand lane. Trying to apply pressure. Gold Knight down the defense. Boulder at the bridge as well. And where's the Graveyard? Do we see Graveyard? I think Graveyard could be smart. There it is. Graveyard does a pretty good job here. It's going to heal the Evo Witch. As still he's going to Witch alive for a very long time. One Larry locked from the tower. No way. Chat, is there a universe? Is there a world where this upset is happening? I said 20 gifted if Team Mexico loses. 20 gifted to the chat. I'm not gonna lie, this is starting to get a little closer. Do you think Arsa's last card is Freeze? Or Tornado? I don't even know what this deck is, dude. There's the Poison, finally. I feel like he could have played that Poison like 20 times by now. Skellies do get some pretty good damage. Yo, what was that Golden Knight? Oh! Oh! Oh my gosh! Yo, Golden Knight going crazy! Okay, Bedfoss trying to get back in the game with the Fireball cycle. Dude, this game's close. Bedfoss can win this, though. He's the best Expo player in the world. X with the bridge. I mean, on defense. Poison drops on the both. Here comes the Graveyard, the Golden Knight dash. Knight up high. It does dash. We have the Archers and Log. He's spared to help. Only hits one Skelly, but that's all he needs. Bowler on the defense. Will we see another Fireball cycle? Yes, we do. Here comes the Witch now with the Golden Knight. Not enough elixir, though. Not enough elixir. He just drops a Poison. Golden Knight's not going to be able to dash. Ice in the back to cycle. Another defensive Expo from Bedfoss. He's really locking down this defense. Worst Goblin Hunt I've ever seen with a really good Fireball by Bedfoss now. I think he's got it. I think he's got it. I think he's got it, chat. Knight the bridge, preparing for the block. He's ready. He knows. He knows. I don't love that Fireball. I don't love that Fireball. Evil Witch is just healing back up. Here comes the Graveyard and the Poison on offense. Fireball on offense from Bedfoss. 8 seconds left on the clock. Golden Knight trying to dash. Evil Witch still alive. Another Graveyard. 4 seconds. 3, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, Bedfoss has done it. Bedfoss, using his best deck, said, I don't care what deck you bring. I'm bringing my best deck. I'm going to win. And he does it. He clutches up in the third match for Team Mexico. They advance. A great fight, though. A great fight from Team Greece there. A great fight. GG's. And let's lock in, chat. We got OP Sam with the Skelly Gang, Ice Spirit, and Skeletons. Probably with an interesting Graveyard deck. I saw Oxlet using a Graveyard deck like this. Maybe something similar. Yep, there's a Bar Barrel. And District going straight in for his one-trick deck. He's got the Boulder. He's got the E-Giant. He's going to probably have a Lightning for this Witch as well. This might end up being a decent matchup for District. Okay, Baby Drag up high. Going to try and keep the Spear Gobs alive. That's pretty valid. District playing this game very well so far. And he gets a Bowler hit. Okay. OP Sam up some elixir. He's going to drop the Skelly in the back. And we have a Knight from District trying to get that Evo and cycle. Bull in the back once again. We see the Witch Evo in the back in the left lane. Do we see a lightning onto that, I wonder? We chat the less than 30 seconds on the sub train. Even one will keep it rolling. We make it happen. Use your free Prime sub. Lightning drops immediately. Interesting. I don't know if I agree with that, honestly. I don't know. Maybe there's a better option. Maybe he was worried about like some sort of Graveyard or something. Not sure. Here we got Rockin' with a tier 1 for 3 months in advance. And we got Zilver with the gifted. Very, very good. Yo, thank you. Thank you both. Give me a W in the chat for these legends. You had Tony with a prom with the 14 months. Okay, Graveyard doing a lot of damage in for Sam. Interesting. Really well played. I wonder what Sam's building is here. If he actually has like a cannon or something for the E-Giant, this could actually be just a win for him. Skeletons back to Skelly King, making another dual lane pressure. And E-Giant finally going to be dropping a cycle. He does have the Goblet. Makes sense. E-Giant's pretty good for his Goblet, but the Witch is splashing the tower even more. Poison now dropping for Sam, and there goes the Skelly King ability. Get some damage. As much damage as possible here. And actually takes out the entire Evil Knight. Wow. Lightning going to be saved out for. Never mind. He goes Boulder Bridge. And then the Tornado going to pull everything together. Evil Witch actually goes down to the E-Giant. Distrigi saving up more elixir. Maybe we see another E-Giant bridge here. Nope. E-Giant in the back. I like the patience. I like the patience. Team Germany at the bottom of your screen. Team Romania at the top, guys. Big Drag over the river. Going to try and take out the Witch and then take out the Goblet. Skeletons to protect. Evil Ice Spirit. Graver's E-Giant as well. Boulder over the river and a defensive poison from Sam. Sam's locking down his defense right now, man. Lightning going to drop onto everything. E-Giant still look pretty decent HP, though. Forcing out a Goblin Hut. Boulder's going to make quick work of that, though. And there goes an E-Giant to the bridge once again. Oh, my gosh. And the Goblin spawning Goblins as well. Uh-oh. Sam might be in a bit of trouble now. This was a really nice E-Giant here. He gets the Goblet down late. That is actually stopping the tower from being hit. He might stay alive here. A Bowler at the bridge trying to lock on the tower like the Magic Archer that he is. Does it? Oh, it's so close. It didn't get there, though. Big Giant hits the tower. Lightning drops down. Evil Ice Spirit does a good job, but Distrigi takes the damage lead. For the first time, man. Oh, my gosh. And we're heading into triple elixir overtime. Poison on the Goblet. I like the Goblet just to set up and be prepared, ready for the Graveyard. And Poison will take up most of it, though. Boulder set for defense versus the Evil Witch. And here comes the Graveyard now. Night Bridge block, though. I love the Bridge block there. Now the tower can focus on the Skellies. No, it retargeted. It retargeted. Wow. Another Poison offense for Sam. Riding on the Goblet now. Skeleton's the cycle. He's going to be back to another Goblet. Wow, 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 wow. James playing this really well here in triple elixir overtime. Tornado. Wait a second. Does the Bowler lock on tower here? Yes, it does. Bowler on tower? Lightning doesn't do enough. Can the Graveyard connect? There's Skeletons. And Baby Drag and Goblet for defense, though. Another Graveyard drops. Lightning on offense. Skellies don't connect. Distrigi. Another upset. Taking down OP Sam for Poland. Oh my goodness. Poland is now just one game away from taking Germany completely out of the tourney. Holy crap. The problem is that they are going up against Dominic and Morton for these next two games. No, he goes for the bait. Tectonic with the barbell and the snowball. Wait a second. Wait a minute. He's using the bridge spam deck, chat. He's using the bridge spam deck. I feel like we saw this bridge matchup earlier, actually. I think this bridge spam deck does pretty good versus bait deck. Wait a minute, chat. Dominic will probably get an early damage lead with the pressure of the Evo Goblin Barrel. But, yeah, this is going to be tough. What is this, bro? Can't get the King activation, of course. He does get the Valkyrie down, and he does have a log. This is actually a really good Valkyrie. He doesn't play the log. Does that mean he... Oh, wait, he doesn't have log, does he? I don't think log is in this deck. No, I lied. Sorry. There's just Evo Barrel, and there's Cannon. And then the last card is going to be Cannon and Dark Goblin. Yep. So actually isn't the log in this variation. Dark Goblin on the counter push. It ends up being Tectonic, actually. That gets the early damage lead. But I think that only Tectonic can benefit from double elixir here. I think Dominic might be in a tough spot. Team Germany might be in a tough spot, guys. Is this another upset? Do we see Team Romania beat Team Germany with their stacked lineup? This is nuts. Okay. Dom getting dropping on the defense. Played it a little bit up high, in my opinion. He could have probably... Yeah, I'm not loving this gameplay from Dominic, honestly. Really nice Evo Valkyrie, though. And the Evo Snowball hits nothing. This is Dominic's chance to attack. Wow, but the Evo... Ooh, the Wallbreaker hits, though. Evo actually does a great job of cleaning up the Evo Valve, man. Boss man the bridge once again. Valk up high. Here comes the Ram. Job game on defense. Ice Spirit to freeze, but it doesn't hit. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, dude. Has Morton gone yet? No, Morton's in the 3rd spot, but if Dominic doesn't win this, it's all over. Dominic needs to win this to make it to get to game 3. Or else Team Germany's just out of it. No way, the Dark Arm gets taken out. It seems like Dominic cannot find his footing to make anything happen right now. Gob Gang. Snowball drops immediately onto it. Guards are still a threat now. Ice Spirit is not great. The wall breakers are not great. The lightning drops down. And all 3 Romanian players immediately. GG's, GG's, GG's. GG's. From the coach as well. GG's, GG's. GG's. Ladies and gentlemen. Team Germany, similar to Team USA. Pretty good lineup, but somehow, some way, we see a 2-0 sweep. Team Germany out of the lineup. Guys, a quick, let's just quickly go over the bracket once more. Brazil advancing to tomorrow. Israel beating Italy, advancing to tomorrow. Hungary upset over the Netherlands. France beating Saudi Arabia. We have a Dominican Republic, unfortunately, beating Team USA. We got knocked at the tourney before I had a chance to play, chat. Brutal. I know. I maybe I would have lost too, though. You know, I don't know. Unfortunate situation. It's a very unforgiving format. Best of ones with no bans or any duels. Very unforgiving format for sure. So I think that's part of the reason we're seeing some upsets. We saw Portugal beat Ukraine, Canada beat Finland, Japan beat Venezuela. Those are solid. South Korea beating India. England beat Sweden. Argentina with a pretty big upset versus Spain here. Then we saw a Morocco upset versus Turkey. Egypt beat Peru. Mexico did beat Greece. Colombia beating Poland. And then another big upset on the bottom of the bracket here with Germany being taken out immediately. And there is no double elimination. Single elimination. These are the players and the teams that will and the countries that will be playing tomorrow.